How can AI like ChatGPT help your student transportation operation? We'll get into that in just a while. Welcome to The Route, our school bus fleet content series. I'm Wes Platt, Executive Editor. Before we get going, please click like on this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel and connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Look for all those links in the details of this video. Okay, let's get rolling. First up, I recently had the chance to catch up with Curt Macysyn, Executive Director of the National School Transportation Association, to talk about some recent advocacy developments and to look ahead to the annual meeting coming to Pittsburgh in July. Here's that interview.
All right. Hey, glad to welcome Curt Macysyn back to The Route. He is Executive Director of the National School Transportation Association. Curt, welcome.
Thanks, Wes. Always a pleasure.
I want to talk a bit about the big annual meeting coming up shortly. But first, you guys broke a bit of news at the end of the week, last week, about the Coronavirus Economic Relief for Transportation Services Tax Exemption Act, or the CERTS Act. I know that this is legislation that had been proposed previously, and we're back to it again. Can you kind of give us the background on it and your thoughts on going forward with it?
Yeah, so back during the throes of the pandemic, NSTA partnered with a number of different transportation organizations, including ABA, UMA, Water Taxi Service, and we were able to push through Congress, the CERTS Act itself, which provided direct grant relief to operators, to help them through the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. Within the structure of that, unfortunately, there was not tax deductibility for CERTS grants. So actually, the federal government was handing out grant money and then deriving tax revenue from those grants, which made CERTS unique in that all the other kind of recovery programs did not have a similarly situated, concern about being a taxable event. So over the course of the past couple years, coalition has gotten together and tried to push for, tax deductibility. Really, this issue of tax deductibility or tax exemption has ebbed and flowed over the past couple years. Unfortunately, there wasn't a tax vehicle last year to latch onto. But last week, Congressman Darren LaHood from Illinois and Jimmy Panetta from California introduced the CERTS Act exemption, or CERTS Tax Exemption Act. I'll get that right, Wes. CERTS Tax Exemption Act. And, we're going to make a go of it once again. When we were on Capitol Hill for the bus-in a couple weeks back, we interfaced with many members of Congress and their staffs. There was universal, support for it. So hopefully with the tax vehicle in Congress this year, we'll be able to push that through and get some relief for our members and other transportation providers across the country.
Well, so the headline marquee thing that we're talking about today is the big annual meeting coming up in July in Pittsburgh, right? Where are we at with that event? I know registration's open and people are starting to come in, right?
Absolutely. Saw a great uptick in registration over the past couple weeks. We are at the Westin Pittsburgh. The program itself is July 16th through the 19th. We kick it off with a electric school bus ride along that'll start the morning of Sunday the 16th. So we're asking folks to come in Saturday, July 15th, so they can take advantage of what we have going on Monday, which would be the electric school bus ride-alongs. So our OEM partners are going to bring some of their technology over to the conference. And then we're going to try to take those buses over to the Pirates-Giants game, which starts at 12 noon at PNC Park. So those electric buses hopefully will be able to take us over to PNC Park, for that game, which is, doubling as our welcome reception this year. There was a lot of other great programming that's planned. Our keynote speaker, we're really excited about this, is Curt Warner. Curt with the C, Warner, from Penn State University. He was the 3rd overall pick in the 1983 NFL draft. He's a college football Hall of Fame star, but he has a really great story to talk about raising 2 children with his wife, Anna, and 2 children, twins who have autism. And folks, there's an NFL Films piece on Curt Warner, the first Curt Warner with a C, and it's funny because I was trying to Google search and it keeps pushing me to the Curt Warner with a K, who's the
Right.
Rams quarterback. But trust me, this Curt Warner has a great story to tell. We're really excited that he's going to keynote the conference for us and talk about generally our theme of being stronger together, because certainly his family is much stronger together, and he'll talk about that and how faith and trust and support and love kind of move them along through life's challenges. So really excited about that. We also have Auditor General of Pennsylvania, Tim DeFore, coming in, and the Auditor General interfaces with the school bus community. So we're excited to hear from Auditor General DeFore. He's going to be our luncheon speaker on Tuesday. We have our electric school bus panel. The OEMs are going to provide an update as to the latest and greatest in technology, and that's always kind of front and center. We're going to talk about infrastructure and support for electric school buses as people continue to learn more and more about this, technology. And, we also have our actual annual meeting and elections, and we're all looking forward to the awards and installation dinner, which will be held Tuesday night, all at the Westin. One last thing, and the awards and installation dinner is sponsored by Thomas Built Buses. We also have IC Bus supporting us with the President's Dinner, which is going to be over at the John Hines Museum, within walking distance of the Westin Hotel. So a lot of great activities, Wes, for the conference. We're looking forward. Right now in the office, we're rolling up our sleeves, working with sponsors, working with registrations and speakers. So it's 2 months away, and we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, so are we. We're looking forward to coming up and covering and participating. So really glad that this is coming up. I remember last year, the electric bus situation was mostly the exhibit of buses. I think it's going to be a nice twist to be able to hop on the buses and ride around the area and maybe even head to the ball game in them. So very cool. All right. Well, yeah. Curt, thank you again so much for being here, and I appreciate you taking the time.
No, thank you, Wes. Always good to see you.
All right. See you in Pittsburgh.
Thanks again to Curt for taking the time. If you're planning to attend the NSTA annual meeting in Pittsburgh, I hope I'll see you there. Next, in case you've missed it, we've published the list of the top 25 private contractor fleets that responded to our recent survey. Based on the most current information, and some of it was received after the survey closed, here are the top 5 contractors in North America. First Student, National Express, Student Transportation of America, Beacon Mobility, and North America Central School Bus. A link to the full list can be found in the details of this video. And next year, please, if you operate a contractor fleet, be sure to respond to our survey. Make sure you get on that list and are properly represented. It also lets us hear your feedback and your insights, and really lets us know what's going on. Our next stop is the Georgia headquarters of school bus manufacturer Blue Bird, which has been in the news a lot in recent weeks. First, Phil Horlock returned as CEO, replacing Matthew Stevenson. Then the company announced that Blue Bird's chief EV strategist, Britton Smith, would join Horlock in the command structure as president starting in July. Between those personnel changes, Blue Bird unveiled its new electric vehicle build-up center, a shiny 40,000 square foot manufacturing facility that's expected to boost electric school bus production capacity from 4 to 20 vehicles per day. Said Horlock, based on the historic bipartisan infrastructure law alone, we anticipate thousands of additional electric school bus orders valued at an estimated $1 billion over 5 years. Our new EV Build-Up Center reflects Blue Bird's steadfast commitment to school districts across the U.S. and Canada to meet increasing demand and deliver clean, safe, and reliable student transportation when they need it. Next, let's head to Ames, Iowa, where Durham School Services recently commemorated Mental Health Awareness Month with a special project by General Manager Sarah J. Knight. The Graffiti Bus is decorated on the inside with words of encouragement crafted by DSS team members and Ames Community School District students. Knight was inspired by graffiti she found on the back seat of one of her buses. It said, "Whenever you're feeling down, remember you're one of a kind," literally. That set Knight to dreaming up a project that can encourage and give hope to others. Sometimes even scribbles can save lives. It's always great to hear about efforts like this. You can read more about it through the link in the details of this video. All right, now, lots of people are talking about ChatGPT, the artificial intelligence chatbot. And when it comes to schools, mostly we're hearing about how it can be used to cheat on homework and how that's a terrible thing. But I do find it interesting that the chatbot may have some benefit for school transportation professionals, whether it's granting access to expertise, helping with cost effectiveness, efficiency and time savings, and prompt-based guidance. We've only scratched the surface so far at School Bus Fleet, but we've already got a couple of articles related to ChatGPT that you might find useful. The first delved into AI prompts that can generate outlines for transportation management opportunities, while the second explored some prompts specifically aimed at improving efficiencies in maintenance. I hope you check them both out, and I hope you find them useful. There's links to both articles in the details of this video. Let me know if you've done any work with ChatGPT for your school transportation operation, and let me know if it's had any impact. All right. We just launched a new survey geared towards school bus dealers. We haven't had one of these in a long time on School Bus Fleet. If you sell school buses, I hope you're going to take the time to respond, because anecdotally, we've heard a lot of concerns here and there about what's going on in the school transportation market. But what we really want to do is evaluate those concerns backed by statistics. What are your challenges as a bus dealer? How can bus manufacturers adapt to make you more satisfied? Is the market too focused on electric vehicles in the short term? We're accepting responses until July 7th. The link can be found in the details of this video. We're not going to release any particular details about the bus dealers that respond and participate. We just want your information and your feedback. We're not looking to cause any grief between dealers and manufacturers. And I don't anticipate using any information about specific manufacturers either. We just want to talk, we might say like dealers are using these particular brands, but as far as saying I'm not satisfied with X manufacturer, no, we're not going to be doing any of that. I don't really want to get in a match like that between folks. So really, it's all about the data, and I want to keep it as objective as possible. The link, as I mentioned, will be found in the details of this video. Thank you for participating in helping School Bus Fleet get a better grip on the state of the industry. And our last stop is wherever you're at. It's time again for our annual School Bus Fleet photo contest. We've already received a whole bunch of entries and saw a whole bunch of people post them on our Facebook page. Thank you, but unfortunately, the quality of Facebook images won't be of any use to us when we try to put them in the magazine on the print side. So definitely send those images to info@schoolbusfleet.com, and that way you send them in their full quality, and we can resize them to use on the web, and then we can keep the high quality version of it to put in the print magazine if you're one of the winners. We'll have 3 winners, as we have in past years. Each winner gets a $100 gift card and a certificate, and we'll publish the photos in a gallery later this year. The deadline, again, June 23rd. We're going to notify winners in July. No more than 3 entries per person, please, and preferably with a school bus in the image. And it should be a real school bus, not like a picture of a school bus that's in your room. Thanks so much. Make sure they're high-resolution digital images, 1500 by 1200 pixels or larger. Good luck. And it's time to park the bus for now. Thank you for watching. Tell your friends about the route. If you've got news, send email to me, Wes Platt, wes.platt@bobbit.com. Tweet us at School Bus Fleet. Sign up for our twice weekly email newsletters at schoolbusfleet.com. Drive safely. and we'll see you next time on The Route.